You take a bite of pineapple, sweet, juicy, refreshing. But moments later, your tongue tingles, then burns. It feels like the fruit is biting you back. That sensation is real, and it begins the instant pineapple touches your mouth. As you chew, its juice releases an enzyme called bromelain, a protein-digesting compound that immediately starts breaking down the surface proteins of your tongue and inner cheeks. At the same time, the fruit's natural acids lower the pH in your mouth, weakening protective tissues. Saliva rushes in as your body's first defense, trying to dilute and neutralize the attack. What you feel as pain is actually microscopic digestion happening right before swallowing even begins. As you swallow, the pineapple travels down the esophagus through coordinated muscular contractions called peristalsis, entering the stomach where the environment becomes far more intense. Gastric acid and enzymes like pepsin quickly begin denaturing bromelain itself, reducing its activity. However, before it is fully broken down, some of its protein-digesting effects may continue briefly on food particles. The cells affected in your mouth are not permanently lost. The lining of your oral mucosa regenerates rapidly, with new epithelial cells replacing damaged ones within days. This constant renewal is part of your body's defense system. By the time nutrients from pineapple reach the small intestine for absorption, the initial attack in your mouth has already triggered healing processes. Bromelain is the key biochemical agent behind pineapple's effects, functioning as a proteolytic enzyme that breaks peptide bonds in proteins. In your mouth, this leads to mild tissue disruption, which your nervous system interprets as tingling or pain. Interestingly, bromelain has also been studied for anti-inflammatory properties once digested and absorbed in small amounts. To reduce the discomfort while eating pineapple, heat treatment, such as cooking, denatures bromelain, rendering it inactive. Pairing pineapple with dairy can also help, as proteins in milk bind the enzyme before it reaches your tissues. When pineapple is applied to meat, bromelain penetrates the muscle fibers and breaks down structural proteins like collagen and myosin. These proteins normally keep meat firm and tough, but once degraded, the tissue loses integrity and becomes soft. This is the same biochemical action that occurs briefly in your mouth. Inside your body, however, this effect is tightly controlled. As pineapple moves deeper into the digestive system, stomach acid and enzymes quickly deactivate bromelain, preventing excessive tissue damage. What remains is then processed into amino acids and absorbed in the small intestine for use in repair and metabolism. The softening effect seen in meat highlights bromelain's power, but your body's protective systems ensure that this self-digestion never goes beyond the surface level. If you found this explanation helpful and want more in-depth, science-based insights into how the human body works, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow Anatomyxplore for more content like this.